Hey everyone, Emmy here. I told you yesterday that my mother had type 2 diabetes and that I didn't want to follow in her footsteps. I wanted to go into a little bit more detail about that today because as I was lying in bed last night trying to go to sleep, I just kept thinking about it. It was about 16 years ago that my mom was diagnosed as a diabetic and she was told to follow the standard diabetic diet, which didn't actually help her lower her sugar levels. In fact, her sugar levels just kept increasing to the point where she had to take insulin on a daily basis. We never really knew why my mom had diabetes. I mean, it does run in our family, and yes, she was slightly overweight, mostly in her belly area, but having 8 children can do that to you. But now her legs and her arms were so skinny that they looked like sticks. So looking back, I get sad and angry at the same time. I mean, we're told our whole lives to eat the standard American diet and to follow the food pyramid because it gives us everything that we need to be healthy. Well, that's not obviously true because after everything that I've learned and lived, I believe that it was following the standard American diet that caused my mother to get diabetes in the first place. Now, I wish that I had known about keto back then because maybe I could have helped her. But most of all, I wish that her doctor would have suggested it instead of the typical diet that they tell diabetics to eat. I mean, the keto diet has been around for about 100 years, but even after 16 years has passed since my mother was diagnosed, I was still given the same diet suggestions from my doctor when I was diagnosed as being pre-diabetic. But again, it didn't help me to lower my sugar levels either. It took me being scared about following in my mother's footsteps and feeling hopeless because I was following my doctor's orders and it still wasn't working. I was so desperate for something that would help that I sat down at my computer and did so much research, I felt like I was writing a research paper in school. Now, that's when I heard about the keto diet, which pushed me to do even more research so that I could make sure I was doing the diet the right way. I was so confused and overwhelmed because there are so many different forms of keto out there today. I wasn't sure where I should start or who I should listen to. In the end, I decided to follow as closely as I could to the way it was originally designed to be about 100 years ago, which turned out to be the best way of eating for me. Because the day I walked into my doctor's office for that follow up appointment and he told me that I was no longer pre diabetic, I was so happy that I had found keto. I want to hear from you guys. So leave me a message in the comments about why you started the keto diet. All right, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.